One of the most recommended brands for me to discover from all of you is MIZENSIR. Is it a specific fragrance or all the brand in general? A lot of recommendations in almost every single video I do. You have something from MIZENSIR to recommend for me. So today we are finally testing MIZENSIR. I have 2 discovery sets with 9 fragrances in total. So a good amount of fragrances to have an idea about the brand. And without further introduction, let's jump in because I can't wait to test these fragrances. Starting with the most recommended fragrance from you all, and it is Solar Blossom. Every time I mention that I fall in love with Orange Blossom, someone has to mention this fragrance. So let's see if it is worth the hype and if it's a fragrance that I would recommend or add to my collection. This is definitely more on the fresh side of Orange Blossom, which I did expect. It's kind of a full representation of the flower, so I guess this is Naroli and Orange Blossom. I'm getting the honeyed sweet facet of Orange Blossom, but also the sharpness of Naroli. It's getting sweeter and sweeter, but not a full gourmand experience. So it's between a fresh Orange Blossom and a sweet Orange Blossom for now. But given how quickly it became sweet and the sweetness is going stronger with time, I believe it will end up as a sweet Orange Blossom. Now I get the hype, definitely. And now the sharpness is almost totally gone, but it's too sweet for my personal liking. When it comes to Orange Blossom, my favorites are on the fresh side. This I can tolerate, but not exactly for me. However, it is a great Orange Blossom fragrance. I can see why people really love it. And I also can see quite an elegant touch, so I hope it will continue with the rest of the fragrances. It will be a great discovery for me and a brand that I will definitely check more of. Next we have Très Cher. I don't know about the name. Très cher means very expensive, if I'm not mistaken, in French. It's a floral fragrance, but very unique. I don't know about the name, to be honest. It doesn't smell very expensive to me. It smells elegant, yes, but I don't know if the name is quite fitting for the fragrance. It's getting better and better. Like in the opening, I was not a fan, to be honest. I didn't like it much, but now it's getting almost like a soft, airy cloud of I don't know what. Like I'm smelling a little bit of powderiness maybe. So maybe iris, kind of musky base somehow. I don't know what I'm smelling. So I will look up the note for this one. So you have top notes of Orange Blossom, really. I'm not getting it. I don't know if my nose is broken. Mid notes, you have C notes, amber and jasmine. Not getting specifically any of these. In the base you have vanilla. Yes, this is what I'm getting a little bit. And sandalwood, not really. I'm just smelling a very fluffy, soft, delicate, floral fragrance with some vanilla, and that's it. But it's made very well. I guess what I thought was musk is the C notes, but it's not really a marine fragrance in any way. And although the opening was quite, let's say, Alberto Moria, so kind of, I don't know, what I expected from him in a way. The dry down goes in a total new direction. Next we have Elixia de Divonic, a rose scent, clean, almost earthy rose. So I guess there's patchouli here, although I'm not really smelling it predominantly. A lot of musk is getting very musky, clean. And the earthiness is almost totally gone, but it's a very fresh, but not authentic smelling, fresh rose, if you know what I mean. So it's not like you are smelling a bouquet of rose, a real rose in your hand. It's more perfumey and very delicate. And what I've noticed till now is that all these fragrances in the opening are quite, give you like the wrong impression. They are very almost sharp-like, but the dry down is very delicate and very feminine till now. So these are all feminine fragrances and chic. This is not an exception. I like it, but I don't feel like it's the favorite from this kind of scent profile. When we talk about this scent profile, particularly, I am a fan of authentic smelling roses, but this is just me personally. It's a nice scent. Nothing wrong about it, but kind of boring in a way. Like I've smelled a lot of these kind of fragrances. And also, if I would recommend an expensive version of these kind of fragrances, I would go with Rosa Muciniga and A La Rose from MFK. But again, these are an authentic smelling fresh rose scent. Let's go to the next one, and we have Musk Eternal Musk. Let's see. I have a lot of musky fragrances. I did not choose the fragrances because I got these two discovery sets secondhand, so I got what I found. Oh, very powdery. Iris in full bloom. Musk and iris, a slight hint of honey maybe, but not really. If honey is a powder, this is how it would be in this fragrance. Oh, I'm liking this one, although it's not my scent profile at all. The tonka is coming out. Almost dusty like. Now I'm not liking it as much. These fragrances take you a little bit on a journey, but I like it. It's very fluffy, cloud-like, clean talc powder in a way. I kind of wanted this kind of scent profile, but the tonka is what is bothering me here because it gives a dusty powderiness, which I don't like very much. But it's nice. It may be totally different on my skin, but it's a beautiful, beautiful scent. This dustiness gives it a little bit of a vintage feeling, but it's not a vintage fragrance. And I can't compare it to anything because this kind of a scent profile, I have to say, I didn't test a lot of. Let's move to the other discovery set, and we have Luxury. I don't know how I feel about these names, like Luxury, Très Cher. Let's see if it will be a luxurious scent. Kind of. This is very Chanel-like, the smell, but more fresh. So if you can imagine the DNA of Chanel when creating these elegant fragrances, but made more citrusy in a way. A clean, floral, musky, maybe slightly woody scent. There's something that is bothering me here now. It's almost like a synthetic woody note that I don't like. I feel like it's clashing a little bit. The opening was glorious, beautiful scent. So I would guess bergamot with maybe some neroli, some jasmine maybe. Not that I'm smelling it, but there is a floral touch and a musky base. And something woody, maybe cedar, something like that, I don't know. Let's see the notes on this one, quite intrigued. Top notes of bergamot and orange blossom, mid of iris and ambroxan. Like, I can see the orange blossom, but iris, at least now I'm not getting. Ambroxan could be the culprit. The notes that I don't like, but it's not really ambroxan that I'm smelling. I'm smelling something woody, synthetic. Then we have in the base white musk, Tahitian vanilla, benzoin, and tonka bean. I don't like this one. I see that people compare it to Infusion d'Iris from Prada. Sorry, but I prefer that one to this fragrance. This is more complex, let's say. Infusion d'Iris has more focus on the iris, and compared to Luxury is more on the simple side. But overall, I'm not liking this one, and it's this. I think it's the ambroxan or the synthetic woodiness that I'm getting, which puts me off. Otherwise, it would be a great signature, easy-going scent. Actually, what do we have next? Poudre d'Or. Another iris fragrance. Let's see, powdery fragrance. Oh yeah, I'm getting the iris, but it's kind of a creamy and powdery. It's not what you expect to go together. Again, I have here a note that I don't like, that smells sharp, but it's not the iris this time. I love how he is working with iris, I have to say. All of the fragrances that had iris was a very elegant, soft iris with no sharpness, with no earthy undertones, very clean iris, easygoing iris, let's say. I think I'm smelling ylang-ylang or something like that. Could it be coconut? I don't know. Let me again see the notes. So we have top notes of tiare flower, but I'm getting ylang-ylang for some reason. Anyway, jasmine, mid we have iris, musk, and the base we have Madagascar, vanilla, and sandalwood. I don't know what is bothering me. Maybe it's the sandalwood. Maybe it's a note that is not listed, which I believe it's ylang-ylang. I don't like it, but I feel like it's a fragrance that a lot of people may like and will not notice or like be bothered by this sharp, strange smell that I get. Moving on, we have Elixia de Musk, another musky fragrance. Can I tell you in total honesty, I'm a little bit disappointed. I expected something more expensive smelling, to be honest. I expected classy, chic, and they are. Yes, not all of them are for me. They are classy and chic, but not as expensive smelling that I expected. Why am I not getting anything? Am I nose blind already? Let's spray it again. Or maybe let's test it on skin. Let's go. Let's go for it. Okay. Now I'm getting it. I'm not getting it on paper, I'm getting it on my skin. Very light. This is an extremely light fragrance. Very clean, almost like detergent-like clean. A fluffy, musky, white, clean fragrance. A little bit powdery, but not like talc powder. This is more of a clean powder, if that makes any sense. But I don't know, again, what am I smelling? Let's see the notes. So you have notes of musk, heliotrope, iris, amberwood, and amberwood. Like, why am I not getting any of that? Except of the musk, of course. It's an extremely light experience. I almost can't smell it. I really can't tell you what I think about it because I love these kind of scent profiles, but I just can't smell it now. It's almost totally gone. This I have to test on my skin many times and see if it will be the case even with a full wear. Let's see the next one. Celeb Wood. Oh, this takes us to a total new direction. Labdanum. Very strong labdanum. I almost can't smell anything else. Let's wait for it a little bit. It's a spicy labdanum, unisex, leaning masculine, and I guess at the end it will be a total masculine fragrance because it's getting quite deeper, let's say. Why do I feel like I've smelled this fragrance before? It has almost an animalic touch, but not really. Let's see the notes and what people say about this one. Top we have cinnamon and cardamom. These I get. Mid we have vanilla, slightly, yes. White pepper, not peppery at all to my nose. Base we have labdanum and tonka. I would say mostly what I'm getting is labdanum, cinnamon and cardamom. Then I'm getting the vanilla. The rest, not so much. It's getting warmer and sweeter, but I don't believe that it will develop to becoming like a sweet fragrance in any way. Let's see in the section what people say what this fragrance reminds me of. Okay, first one is African leather. Yes, I get the vibe, but this is not African leather, and so sorry, nothing can compete with African leather. It's a masterpiece. No one touched that fragrance, please. I love African leather. This is not it. No. But I can see that a man who likes that scent profile may like this one. Next we have Hermes, Ambre Narguilé. I've never tested that fragrance, so I don't know. And then Waja. Let me tell you. Waja, no. What are you talking about? Maybe because there's cinnamon here, but it's not a sweet fragrance in any way, while Waja is sweet and the cinnamon is much more pronounced than this one and is more unisex, even slightly leaning feminine in my opinion, while this is more masculine. So I guess if we see these, it's going more in the direction of African leather, but it's not it. No. Let's move to the last fragrance, and it is a very musk. Or very musk. And I've never noticed that Alberto Morillas loves so much iris. Oh, again, I'm smelling iris. It's kind of a clean, almost mineral musk in a way. Yeah, I don't know why I am getting a mineral coldness in this fragrance. Very clean musk. Leaning masculine in my opinion, but it's unisex. This doesn't cut it for me when it comes to musk fragrances. There is almost a green touch in the background. I want to say I'm smelling leather. I don't know, is it in my head? But in the background, there's almost something leathery going on. Let's see the notes. So we have top notes of ambroxan, clary sage, and lemon. Mid we have musk, animal notes, ylang ylang, tonka bean, and in the base incense and vanilla. Honestly, it's musk, a little bit of clary sage. I guess what I was calling leather is the animal notes, but for me it smells like leather. It's not really an aromatic musk. Wouldn't say that at all. Now that I'm reading the notes, I'm getting a little bit of the smoky touch, but it's not a smoky fragrance. It's quite a unique musk, I have to say. This actually gets a thumb up from me. And you have to wait for the dry down. The beginning was a little bit confusing. The dry down is something that I've never smelled before. Quite a unique musk scent, but it is slightly masculine. Let's see Elixia de Musk. I'm almost not getting it. It's extremely light. Okay, these were all the fragrances. This was not expected, and I should have known better because I know Alberto Morillas is one of the most prolific and one of the most loved perfumers. I want to say I have maybe one fragrance from him in my fragrance collection. I just don't like his creations, but I am familiar with his designer fragrances. It was interesting to see his work when it comes to his own brand, so he has total freedom to create what he wants, and I did not expect the direction at all. Now, I am not going to judge these fragrances by the price tag, but as scents. Most of them are very classy, easygoing, chic fragrances. Can they compete with Chanel or Celine? No. And I also didn't expect that. The two hyped ones that I had are Solar Blossom and Très Cher. I get the hype. Oh, Très Cher has become quite sweet. Very, very nice. Like, I see the hype with these two fragrances, but they are not for me personally. They are a little bit too sweet for my liking. Now I will sniff the rest again and tell you if there is any winners for me, given that the two hyped ones are nice but are not for me personally. Okay, I have re-smelled everything and I have to say no wins for me when it comes to these. But Poudre d'Or, I changed my opinion about. It is very lovely. Very, very lovely, sweet, tiare flower. And the iris is, I want to say, is almost gone. It's a vanilla tiare flower with a nice musky freshness to it. It's really nice, and I'm not getting any more the ylang ylangs that I got in the beginning, and I am not a fan of tiare flowers. So it says a lot that I actually like this one. However, it's not for me personally. Celeb Woods, I am getting now a little bit why people compare it to Wajan. It's getting quite sweet, but not as Wajan. So think of it of a softer version of Wajan, if that makes any sense. So in the beginning, it was more similar to African leather, and the dry down, it's more of a softer version of Wajan. Very nice, ambery, labdanum, cinnamon fragrance, but I definitely prefer the fragrances that I've mentioned compared to this one. Not surprised, Wajan and African leather are two of my absolute favorite fragrances, so it's difficult to compete with these two. The rest are just very underwhelming, I have to say. The one that has potential is very musk or musk, but it's so light, very, very light. Like, it's totally gone off my skin. How much do I have to use of that fragrance to get it? But I can be anosmic. So tell me in the comments down below, what is your experience with that fragrance? Like, what I've smelled from it, I really, really enjoy it. But if the longevity is like that, or if I'm anosmic to it, then it will not be for me. So I would say the winners from these 9 fragrances is Solar Blossom and Très Cher. I am very, very curious about For Your Love, which is the fragrance that Alberto Morillas created for his wife, and it is inspired by a kiss. Oh my God. Unfortunately, I did not find a sample, and I really, really wanted to test it. So you may think that I am not liking this brand. Actually, I do. Yes. I love any brand that has this vibe, this chic, elegance, delicate softness, and all of the fragrances that I've tested till now have that, and I really, really like it. And I believe that if I test more of this brand, there is something definitely for me that I will love. So I think I will maybe invest in another discovery set, maybe one that is personalized from the brand itself. I will see. Definitely want to test For Your Love. And there is one that was an oud fragrance. That was it Josephine from Jus de Rose who really hyped that fragrance. I don't remember the name. If you remember anything like it, please tell me in the comments down below. Tell me in the comments down below, what would you recommend from MIZENSIR that is not in these fragrances that I've tested today? And that was it. Don't forget to tell me your recommendations, and I will definitely keep you updated on these fragrances or any others from this brand, as it is so recommended by you all. If you liked this video, please give it a thumb up and consider subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you didn't already, and to hit the notification bell so you'll get notified when I upload a new video. I promise you, not all my first impression or my reviews are so negative. I have a lot of buying guides, first impressions on brand. I will leave everything in the description. So if you like this one, you can binge watch the rest. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time. Ciao.